kind of muscles you have? No. Bro, what kind of patterns you have? Or is it just aesthetics?
All right, welcome back to the training every single day. So one of the things I've been working on recently, that maybe you should too, is that when you train your breathing, it's a pretty fundamental part of living, of fitness, and of just keeping your composure and staying, energized and oxygenated throughout your daily life, is I spend a lot of my time doing breath work sitting down. And that doesn't perfectly transfer to, most of the time I'm not sitting down, I'm standing, walking, or whatever. So I've been taking some deliberate time to practice the breath work while standing, while walking, because that ends up being the kind of positions I'm in normally. So I'm also doing this squat work. Most of the time I'm not doing this in daily life, so I wouldn't necessarily be practicing breath work with this, but saying it out loud, maybe I should be incorporating a lot of attention to the breath. But these movements are very complex, a lot of expression and creativity and developing the legs here, so a lot's going on through my mind. But it is very important, to master the breath in all positions, because the better that gets, the better a lot of things get in your life. Are just very basic, very fundamental. So you really should master that. I've been spending a good amount of time training some legs every day, like this, with some squats off camera, and just what you see there. Then I get into some hanging today. I didn't have a lot of time to train than I normally would, so I just did a long hang here. This was right after I ate, so I didn't want to do anything that would disrupt digestion. So I mainly just did some hanging, played with the scapula, some activity there, but just try to do a long hang. Knuckles were on top of the bar, was the hands, and then I also worked on some false grip, because false grip is cool to do some cool things with on bars and on rings. Like muscle ups often require some mastery of the false grip. So hopefully you guys are out training, master the squat, the spinal wave, and those are kind of besides breathing, because breathing is done always and is like even more fundamental than like squats or spinal wave, because everybody has to breathe. Even like paralyzed people end up breathing somehow, some way. So I do the false grip here, working some of that movement. Then here, doing some wall squats to develop the spine. It's also really good to do some spinal waves. I do that off camera a lot, just to get the body moving. Quite nice. This wall squat, the idea is just to squat against the wall. Normally when I do a squat, just in my daily life, I will just do the easiest squat that's available to me, which is wide feet, wide legs. So I've been making an effort to still have the wide legs, but my feet are narrow together, which is actually what I'm practicing here at the wall squat. This challenges my ankles a bit more, and the tibialis, the front of the shins, get a nice stimulus, and that allows me to get more mobility in that area. I also train some shoulders with this shoulder steer. You can do this without any stick or whatever. Just hold your hands behind you. I've been doing that a lot whenever I get the chance and I want to get some movement in. That's what I'll do. I've kind of been unmotivated to train recently, so my plan is I'm just going to watch some videos about fitness on YouTube and try to get some inspiration to continue the training, continue training hard, and developing some cool moves to help you guys move and improve. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button, follow my Instagram in the description, and call me.